I'm Neil Doherty with North Country Whitetails, and welcome to DSI. You know, for years you've been reading about big bucks and some of the stories behind how they're harvested, but you never really got a full picture. In DSI, we're going to break it down in great detail and really give you the behind-the-scenes talk and understanding why deer do what they do. We're going to merge the deer stories with the science behind how the deer move, the food sources in the area, get up above and study aerial photography and really teach you how to use those techniques when it comes to your hunts this fall. This is a story of Big Brow. Now we're going to join the other side of the husband and wife team and follow Jason as he hunted that same funnel that Laura has been successful on early in the year. But again, just to recap, we've got a golf course on the north end of this funnel, all right, where we have sanctuary for deer. We have a horse farm on the south side of this funnel that's again sanctuary for deer. We've got soybean, we have cornfields, we have all kinds of ag surrounding this area, and it's a tremendous holding area, thick bedding area through the center of this funnel, and that's been housing a lot of deer all fall long. Now in Jason's case, he's had a few encounters during the bow season, but we're really bearing down now on the end of the season. He's actually in the final days of the season, in fact the last day of the season when he finally encounters the big brow tine buck. Now these hunters really know how to preserve the integrity of a funnel. They're using cameras in a limited fashion. They're getting some pictures early season with the cameras. They've got some good targeted bucks that are on there. As a matter of fact, the big brow tine buck was photographed the year previous to the year he was killed. And they knew he was in the area. He's likely to be up in the golf course. He's likely to be down at the horse farm. But you know, any day he could be passing back and forth in his funnel. They don't want to manhandle the funnel by going in there every 4 or 5 days and checking cameras. It's just too much pressure, and they'll lose some of those good deer that are using this for bedding. Now all gun season long, anywhere from 30 to 40 deer had been showing up in this cut cornfield, popping out at various locations all along the edge. And although he has seen quite a few good bucks pop out, they've been younger deer than what they're looking for to harvest. He's seen quite a few yearlings and 2-year-olds, and quite frankly, trying to hunt the edge of a 80-acre cornfield, there's a lot of room. Even though you're hunting with a gun, there's a lot of room for deer to pop out of range and too far away. So it's a little bit of a more difficult time of the year to hunt. As the season started to progress and we got some real good cold weather, they started to pack up a little bit more, and they started to become more patternable as they came out of some of the evergreen bedding areas that were located in the property to travel up into the corn. Now the day that Jason was finally able to be successful, it was 8 degrees in the morning, so crisp morning, had a little bit of snow on the ground, and we had a west wind. So he knew he wanted to travel down the western side of the property, drifted down along the west edge, and slid in the shortest distance across the field into his deer hunting stand. The stand site he had picked, it was only about 40 yards into the wood line, and it was on a bluff location where he had full visibility that he could cover with a muzzleloader all the way across the entire length of the funnel. And they had done some pruning there to make sure he had full visibility across the funnel. So he could cover anything that moved back and forth in this stretch. As the day progressed, the morning progressed, about 8 o'clock in the morning, the deer really started to move through the funnel. And he had seen about 25 deer passing through the funnel, several smaller bucks, when the big brow tine buck started to move from the north, moving across. He was courting the wind, and he was actually chasing some does that had already moved up. He was chasing them back down through the draw and gave Jason a great 20-yard shot. Panning back out and taking a look at this funnel again, you just can see how the deer definitely want to spend time moving back and forth. And if you want to try to find this scenario around your house, simply spend time on aerial photography, especially if you're in the broken farm country, looking for creek bottoms or other draws that have a north-south aspect to them. Now we were seeking out north-south because typically the winds are going to be blowing out of the west-southwest for most parts of the country, and that means the wind is going to cross that piece of cover. And when it's crossing that cover, you can slip in from the downwind side, let deer pass in front of you upwind, and it's going to keep a low pressure situation where the deer have a difficult time getting behind you and smelling you. It's ideal, especially for bow hunters. This is an ideal setup for hunting. So back to Jason. Both Laura and Jason, they know how to play this funnel. It's a tremendous situation. If you're looking for a textbook place to have quality whitetail hunting, you're going to look for something that looks like this on an aerial map. A funnel that's running north and south, so any westerly winds will cross that funnel. It's very easy to hunt. And then they're playing it perfectly because they're just not manhandling that funnel. They're keeping the pressure off and simply hunting low impact, drifting in on the edges and waiting for a good buck to present themselves for a shot.